Hi, welcome to the zoo. I'm the Lucky Pop Tart, and with me right now I have Della Hayes, my co-host.
Y'all were late, chat. Don't let it happen again. I will not be as tolerant next time. I swear to Christ, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, we start at 10:30 ish somewhere.
Emphasis on the ish.
Very big ish, especially depending on who's hosting. I feel like I'm talking really loud. Am I coming out really loud?
Well, I have a dial to adjust the audio in my ears, and I keep it pretty low as is, so I don't know.
Okay, the one person in chat, can you tell me if it's loud or if I'm loud? Okay, I'm
And
gonna
this is
share
the
it.
and this
Hmm?
is the part where we wait for a response.
Right. No, we'll talk still and just hopefully I'm not blaring anyone's eardrums out.
Oh, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. What, Angel? Yeah, so, I had, like we were talking about before, I had the whole phone issue.
Hmm.
So I have two phones with me because I did just get it set up to my Google, but I haven't had time to put anything on it. You know how that is. And then I got in, I started, I have food. I just picked up food because no time to cook. So I came in, started setting up my laptop, and because the Wi-Fi card in it doesn't work, I have a wire that runs all the way to my room that I can hook it up.
Hmm.
Well, I picked it up, and the little plastic piece that keeps it set in broke off.
Oh.
So we tried to figure a getaway to like squeeze it in and make it work, and like we really tried. It wouldn't work. So I had to move my whole setup into the living room. I'm sitting on an ottoman in front of the Wi-Fi box with a wire hooked up to it, and I realized while we were gone, my dog had diarrhea all over the living room.
Oh no.
So I'm over there trying to scrub that up, and I'm putting Lysol down so it doesn't smell because I'm trying to eat while I. Luckily, I have beer.
Oh. Yeah, that'll help. Some good news though. You aren't too loud according to chat, so there's that.
I know, I saw that. I'm very happy about that. I'm about to send out a tweet that we're streaming, but we got a few of our usuals already. Like, they just know when to come. They're like, oh, Poppy's late. We'll be there.
Hey, we may be late, we may be early, we may even surprise you and be on time,
Right?
but 99.9999% of the time, we won't miss a night.
No. I mean, I think it's happened once, and it's never happened with me. I'll come. I just don't know when or how or where, but
Yeah,
I'll
it
be
happened.
there.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's only happened once, and that was just someone misunderstood scheduling thing. It happens. It's no big
Maybe
deal.
twice then, because I could think of another time. But sometimes shows get missed. We've been like, what are we on now? What's the title of the show? 1200.
12:32, and that's not
Mhm.
even including the game streams or the day streams.
Right. We have collectively done a shit ton of streams, and occasionally you're just gonna have one night where it doesn't happen.
I mean, no one's perfect.
But I mean, it's not a bad thing if it doesn't. It just is what it is. But most nights, since there's so many keepers, even if one can't show up, you'll end up with like a surprise one. Like maybe we would have had tonight, like because if I couldn't figure out the internet shit, then it was just I'm gonna have to write you and be like, last minute, no, we're fucked. Can you run it?
I mean, it is what I'm here for.
Sorry about the vape. I know y'all can hear it. Give me a little bit to work it out, and I'll mute when I do that from now on.
To be
Probably.
fair, they probably hear my candle. They probably hear me going using my candle too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's downfall. It's the downfall of the headset mic. It does make it so my voice is actually bearable to me at least to listen
Yeah.
to, but it does pick up the closer sounds a lot better, and that's a downfall. No, Costin, we don't blame me for everything. We blame Canada in general for everything.
Yes. All the Canada.
Because Canadians are sharing, kind of caring, kind of softies.
For the most
So
part, we blame Donkey.
this is also true, especially when he's here.
Yes. That has been minion lore since the beginning. We blame the donkey.
There's
We
been
don't know why.
minion lore since before minion lore was a thing. It was just predestined.
It is Donkey's fault. We don't know where he is, but we blame it on him and his cricket.
That poor cricket. What did Jiminy ever do to you, Donkey? I swear.
I mean, we bitched at him for having that cricket, but what happened to the cricket? Where's the cricket now?
That's what I've been asking. That cricket didn't sound like it was having as much fun as Donkey claimed.
We're all going to hell. I'm just saying.
Been there, didn't agree with me.
All right. I actually successfully tweeted something.
Oh my god, yay! Where the boomers at? What, we ain't good enough boomers for you?
Yeah. My daughter's about to turn 20. I feel pretty boomer. She's not about to. There's a few more months. But the closer it gets, the more I'm going, fuck, I'm old. And then they played Korn on the classic rock station the other day.
You know what, Costa? Normally I'd argue, but the way you ended that, I'm going to let it slide. I will allow Delahaye to have my share of the blame. Should he want to pass it on to the donkey, that's his prerogative. Fair enough, sir. I can't argue that kind of logic.
Also, if anyone wants to join, they know where stream time is. I shouldn't have to announce it every time. It's there. You know. I know I just realized that sounded shitty. My attitude is not towards y'all. It's just there. I am drinking, so hopefully it goes away.
Till then, get your asses in here. Come on, man.
Or
Poor Poppy has to sit with me all night by herself. I mean, you guys are better than that. Come on.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I invited 2 other people.
I know that, but they don't need to know that.
You know, well, if you're afraid to be in here with me when I'm in bitch mode, understandable. It's understandable. But I know, right? In chat, Korn being on the classic rock station makes me feel old. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that is very accurate.
It wasn't even one of their older songs either. I mean, not the oldest songs. It wasn't like Life is Peachy. It wasn't Adidas. Which, by the way, I heard Adidas on the classic rock station, and I almost died.
Yeah, it's like that line from fucking. Well, I forgot that which song it was, but it was either Bowling for. I think it was Bowling for Soup or someone else. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's like when did Motley Crue become classic rock? It's like, wow, yeah, that is how you know you're old.
See, Motley Crue, I can kind of understand. Korn is weird. Limp Bizkit played on there once. It hasn't happened since, but it happened once, and I was still like, no.
No, but it's still an interchangeable situation. Just replace Motley Crue with current one.
Yeah, I don't like it. They need to stop that.
Yeah, like, come on, man, that ain't classic. Too young to be classic. Quit telling me I'm old. I got ignorant kids if I wanted to be told I'm old. Not mine. Actually, I just know some.
Yeah. My kids actually tell me I'm not old constantly. But Willow's like, Mom, you had me as a fucking teenager. You're not old. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I have defined old age as having been born on or before August the 11th, 1965. That way, any woman that I would consider dating will never be old.
So you get old and that date changes.
No. I will never be old because I will always have been born on the same date. I will always have been born in 75. To be old under my definition, you have to have been born in 65.
So in 40 years, it's still going to be anyone over 60, 1965.
Yes.
So the people who are like in their hundreds.
I will never be old.
I think what we're saying is you see that there's plenty of flaw in your logic here, right?
No flaw. It works precisely for its purpose.
All right. I'm gonna need the name of your dealer.
You know, by your logic, my mom is still very young, or if she were alive, she'd still be very young. Because she was born in 1969.
Yeah. Oh, cool. She must have had you young as well.
She was 14.
Yeah. Teenagers are evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was, she would be 52, almost, she'd be 53 right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Which honestly isn't old. Like in my head, that's still not old. In your 50s, not old. Like my grandma's old. She's 70. She's about to be 73.
Yeah.
That's legally elderly.
Yeah.
By law.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
So.
Cool. How was your weekend, Poppy? Did you get to work yesterday?
No, I was off work yesterday.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, the way it worked out, our schedule's changing.
Yeah.
We're on 5 days on, 2 days off, so I'm going to be off every Sunday, every Monday from now on. But we're switching over this week, which was my weekend off. So it started on Sunday. But it was my weekend off, so I had Saturday off. So I'm going to have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my poor partner, she's Friday, Saturday, so she had to come in on her Sunday off.
Yeah.
But hey, I get 3 days off, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then from now on, I'll just have the 2 same set days, which is cool. My family is so confused by my AB schedule because 1 week I'm off 1 day, and then 1 week I'm off 3 days, just in separate order. And they never know when I'm off.
Yeah. On the bright side, you don't need. On the bright side, time off is evil. Or no, working is evil.
I like my job, but my days off are great too.
Yeah.
Especially since we have one resident who's in full hallucinations now.
Yeah.
Chasing her around trying to convince her there's not a war going on outside is interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's only windows. Like she hallucinates a little bit inside the building, not often. Soon as she sees a window, there's all kinds of shit going on outside. Her sons are out there. There's an RV out there. Something exploded. There's a whole war. Like I swear to God, windows and her just do not mix. I want to put blankets up on all.
Yeah. You can do that.
No, I'm not allowed to.
I give you permission to do that.
Plus, in that place, so many windows, it would be hard to do.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. You're the one who has to make the effort. So, if your bosses give you a hard time about it, just tell them that some rando on the internet said you could.
I'm sure that will totally change their mind.
Oh well, I mean, some rando on the internet. Who am I to argue?
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't you Canadian too?
Who, me or Della? Yes.
I know he's Canadian.
Yeah.
We were just making fun of him being Canadian. Because Canada's to blame for everything.
He's worse than Canadian. He's on the east side of Canada.
So I could tell them some random Canadian on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, then if you want to get fired, yeah, sure, go for it. Really? Really? You came in here trusting the word of some random Canadian?
It's not my fault. I blame Toronto for how evil I am.
Okay, Peterbilt Confederacy. To be fair, it seems like I'm the only one drinking and bitching. I need to get another drinker in with me. I'm trying to get Polly, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I invited him a few hours ago. We haven't heard back yet. He may pop in. You know what? I'm going to send him the link. I asked him if he wants to, but by the time he usually shows up, I'm full in talking and don't see him. So we're just going to send him the link now in case he shows up. He may not. We never know. So is the joy of being friends with Polly.
You know that otters are evil, right?
But they're so damn cute.
Cuteness is evil, right?
I know, but he'll still win every time, honey, because otters are so damn cute. You
Let me guess. Winning is evil too?
Pardon?
Let me guess. Winning is evil too?
Sure.
Well, golf is drinking. I have no idea who that is, but
There you go.
yeah. At least I have someone drinking with me. You're not an alcoholic if there's someone drinking with you. Or you're also not, a sad, pathetic drunk if you're drinking with people. I honestly don't drink that often, but I'm definitely drinking tonight. That was a stressful ass fucking day. I hate being out in public a lot.
Very fair.
Like, if I go to one store, I deal okay, as long as it's not Walmart, which we did go to Walmart. But we went to 4 stores, and then to my best friend's house, and then we took her husband to Walmart because their car is shitting out. They bought a new car. The dealership lost their new car. So they still haven't gotten it yet.
Huh. On the side,
Sorry, no, I just read Dr. Key wrote is this last time I checked, Polly was drinking water on the cocktail hour earlier.
What kind of water? Russian water, pirate water, Irish water?
Maybe he's not feeling good today. I don't know. If y'all could think of anyone I should invite, I will invite them. I also tried Eve. She never responded because she's always busy with her own shit.
I was just going to say, I think she's streaming right now. She was last I saw on Twitch.
Yeah, she's always busy with her own shit. All my friends have lives.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I know.
People should not have lives.
You need better friends.
Well, I got you. You're always here with me.
You need better friends.
I am. No, I think my friends fit the quality of me quite well. I'm almost done with my Guinness.
Oh.
And I found a really weird one. It's alcoholic coffee in a can.
Ew.
And I want to try it.
Ew.
Oh, you want to hear the big ew? It's Blue Ribbon. I don't know if y'all have that up north, but it's like a cheap beer brand.
Oh, I know of Pabst. I don't know if I can't remember if we have it. I think we actually do up here, but regardless, I've definitely seen it on TV and in cartoons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tis a common beer to use in movies and such.
Yep. Because they won't get mad about it and charge you money or anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, that's the thing. Because they've been around forever. What's a life? It's a thing where you actually, have things to do outside of the internet in your house, and the things you have on the internet are extremely popular. Or, well, they don't think they're popular, but a lot more people show up than most.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I know. Like, someone once asked me, "Don't I want this to become like a big thing?" And yeah, I like when people show up and watch, but like the one time I was on, Lords of the Night. Okay, I need to turn down that phone. Like I said, I have two phones. Oh, hold on one second. I'm getting a phone call from work.
She's
Y'all.
leveling up, guys.
So, Della, while Poppy is talking to work, let us discuss
Zero.
Zero. Yeah, zero is good. I especially like it when my enemies have zero. If you transferred everything that you have to me, you would have zero, and I would be happy.
Yeah. You misunderstood. Zero is the amount I'm giving you. I knew you were what you were going for as soon as you started talking.
Yeah. So, how have you been? What have you been up to lately?
Oh, not much. Trying to finish off these game series I've been having going on my channel, so I can just stop worrying so much about videos and start trying to do more streams and stuff instead.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I like making videos and stuff like that, but I also want to be able to stream more, and videos, they take up too much of my time, and when I start, I get too into them, and when I stop, it takes me a while to get into it for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but it does. So
yeah, fair enough. Your videos are of you playing video games, right?
pretty much, yeah. Basically what I try to do lately is I'll play a game for a video. I'll play the game, and then I'll try to cut out as much of the game options and interactive stuff as possible to leave only the cinematic.
Oh, yeah.
So I can, as long as it looks smooth enough, at least. So I try my best. It's pretty rough, obviously, but I'm nowhere near professional, nor do I try to be. This is just something I do for the shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Sorry, no. I called him yesterday to make sure somebody showed up on my floor, and apparently he just got the call now.
Oof.
He's like, if my phone says it was 1 minute ago, and I'm like, no, I didn't call you. I called yesterday.
Oh, I hate when that happens. It's like, oh yeah, I just got a message from you. No, I sent that a week ago. Wait, what?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was his service or mine, but
yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah. I've had that problem with my email. I've had people responding to emails that I had sent a year previous, which was convenient because a year had gone by and those emails became relevant again, but still.
Hey, more people are showing up. Hi, chat. Hi, Terry. I see you out there.
Yeah. Oh, it reminds me how awesome emus are.
Terry, feel free to jump in the stream if you want to, honey. I know you don't always want to. I don't think that's how I say your name, but it's how I say your name.
I would love it if Terry came on and discussed the uberness of emus.
Emus are just fucking evil. I can tell you that. We have them in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know.
you not have emus?
Where, here in Canada?
Yeah.
In zoos.
Yeah, I mean, they're not usually kept outside because of the weather, but
Not
I mean,
true. Yeah, y'all get really fucking cold.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we did too recently.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like fucking, I was watching a streamer play Cyberpunk when that game came out, and happened to be a Canadian streamer, and uh, we got on the subject in the chat about all the cybernetics and how cool they would look in real life and shit like that, or something like that kind of thing, right? Like just the hypothetical of it. And then it's like, and I brought up, it's like, yeah, that would always be cool and shit like that. I would just hate to have one of those, especially like in Canada, especially in the wintertime, have like some metal attached to your flesh, or even worse, your bone. Because that would get real fucking cold real fucking fast.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, people were being super shitty about the whole snowstorm thing in Texas and like, oh, you're acting like you're the only ones that are having an emergency and stuff. I'm like, no, we're not, but we're having the emergency. So we're kind of concerned about our emergency right now.
Yeah.
I understand other people are having hard times at the moment too, but I'm kind of more concerned about my shit because it's happening to me right now.
Yeah. Fucking people, man.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like the electricity went out. Because no, that's not a huge deal. We can figure out ways to be warm and stuff. It was like considered a natural disaster because none of our outside animals knew how to handle this. And we had birds falling out of the sky dead. And all the sea turtles washed up on the Gulf Coast in shock. They went into comas. You know, we had animals just freezing, like just standing up outside frozen. So, like, it wasn't just like, oh, people are cold. We're having an emergency. We had pipes busting everywhere, water sewers busting, animals freezing to death and falling out of the sky. It was really weird. We're not used to this.
I promise never to fall out of the sky.
Huh?
I promise not to fall out of the sky over Texas, okay?
Thank you. So it was a weird situation. We're past it. We're over it. Ours didn't last as long as, people up north.
Yeah.
And I very much appreciate one person's like, this happens every year to us. And I'm like, if 100 people die every year, all your animals die, and you probably won't have electricity. Why the fuck do you still live there?
Yeah.
Like, you are right now bragging you can handle this death-defying thing every fucking year. Why? Why do you do it? Just move.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Can't do that, then nature wins. And how can you hold yourself with self-respect after letting nature win? Come on now.
But I also feel like they're lying. Because, yeah, y'all, like, people up north, I know, especially you in Canada, you get a lot of, like, snow and ice every winter, right? Yeah. I get that. You're more set up for it, and your animals are used to it.
Yes, exactly. We're more adapted and such to it. Just, it's not like a major thing. It's just, we've been raised in it. We know how to handle it for the most part.
Right. We
It's
couldn't
easy
even
for us
buy
on that
jackets.
level.
We couldn't even buy jackets. They're like, you had a week. And I'm like, what the fuck was I supposed to do in a week? Our stores don't even sell winter jackets. We have hoodies.
Yeah, a week to get ready. It probably takes a week to get them shipped in.
Right. Like, people did look up, like, heating stuff to fix this, like winter gear. It all came in after the storm was coming.
What else would you need besides a hoodie for that kind of weather?
So it was just funny online. People really tore into us, and most people, it was because of what's his fuck name? Ted Cruz. And we all hate Ted Cruz too. Like, nobody likes Ted Cruz. We have no idea how he keeps getting reelected. Nobody's voting for him. It must be the old people. I'm guessing it's the old people. Because nobody else is. He sent out a bad tweet making fun of California when they were having the forest fires. Everybody kept throwing that in our face. Like, y'all made fun of California. Like, I didn't. I never made fun of California. Nobody I know made fun. Who laughs at people who are losing their homes because of a fire? That's not funny. Obviously, Ted Cruz, but he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I still love that he flew to Mexico while all this was going on. And then when he got called out for leaving and going to Mexico, he was like, no, I was just dropping my kids off down here. I'm coming back. He brought a whole ass suitcase, big ass suitcase, to drop his daughters off at Mexico.
Yeah, because, grown ass kids, adult kids need to be dropped off in a foreign country.
Right, and their mom was with them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ted Cruz is a piece of shit, so I don't give a fuck. And I don't usually get political. And this is not a political stream. I'm not a political person. I don't like him as a human being. Terry!
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, hey.
Terry.
How is everyone?
Oh, good.
Good.
And yeah, Mr. Yes, he did. He totally he used his kids as a scapegoat. He's like, they really wanted to go. We were planning this before the giant ice storm. How was I supposed to tell my daughters no? And I was like, honestly, I don't care if a rich motherfucker left this. Honestly, if I could have left, I would have left.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not mad at that. I just find it funny the way he handled it afterwards. That was just, he handled it so poorly. First, he's like, well, my daughter's fault. And then it came out that his wife was texting people saying, hey, there's this resort where it's only $300. Do you want to go with us? I really want to leave. So it was her. And he was like, okay, well, I couldn't say no to my wife. I'm like, bitch, just say you didn't want to be here. There's nothing you can do. Just be honest. And he's just going to lie a lot. And I wasn't planning on staying. Why did you bring a whole suitcase?
Aren't you glad that I keep appointing him to be your senator?
Huh?
Aren't you glad that I keep appointing him to be your senator?
If that's you, stop it.
No. I want to be your senator. I really... Don't you know how fun it is to sabotage Texas?
I can hardly understand what you're saying for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's coming through very garbled for me too. It's very muffled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Don't you realize how fun it is to sabotage Texas? Was that better?
Why would you want to sabotage Texas? We're already doing that pretty well on our own.
It's I think Mr. Yes is onto something. Because Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, that suitcase was just full of his killing equipment.
I don't know why he does look like he should be a serial killer, though, doesn't he? He really does.
Well, I think they did like a sketch of what the Zodiac Killer would look like based on like the information that they have, and people said it looked like Ted Cruz, and that's where the whole thing started.
Yeah, it does, and I could totally see him being a serial killer. He would have to learn how to lie better.
Unless the bad lying is part of his cover.
That is this is true. Like, how could I be a serial killer? Look at me, I'm a buffoon.
Yeah, I can't even lie properly.
But I don't know why I went on a rant about Ted Cruz other than it was just funny of him taking off and then being like, no, this was planned. And then you see that his wife's text and it was the last minute. My daughter said it was his wife and him, not just, well, no, it was really my wife. And it's like, can you just say you wanted to go and not freeze your ass off?
Well, yeah,
people would be annoyed, but at least it would look better than what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a bad look that he ran off to Mexico, but
it's also understandable, especially for all the people who were there. We know this sucks. We did it.
but it's a bad look. But honesty would have been appreciated if he just said,
Yeah.
"Look, wasn't the right thing to do, but
Right.
I wanted to get my family somewhere that they wouldn't be, in danger of freezing. So I apologize if it,
Just be
looked
like,
illegal."
I made a bad decision in a desperate moment. I'm coming back. That would be appreciated. We all get that, but just the throwing everyone he knows under the bus except for him.
Well, he is a politician.
Yeah,
This is true.
yeah. I don't really expect a lot out of our politicians. I really don't. Everyone's like, now they'll fix the electricity infrastructure, and I'm like, no, they won't. No, they won't. We've been waiting for them to fix our roads for God knows how long. I really doubt they're getting around to rewiring all of Texas.
Oh, it'll be soon. Just hold your breath.
Because it's not just like one place in Texas. It was all of Texas. It was the whole Texas. Which I found out something super interesting. Everybody was making fun of us because we have our own grid, and that's supposedly why this happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, there are people who work for the electric companies got on TikTok and was saying it is not just Texas. The whole of the United States infrastructure was made in 1950 for the most part, and a lot of it is super outdated. So at any point, if 9 of the power plants went down, all of the United States would be black.
Well, that sounds like a leftist dream.
I know. I was like, don't give them ideas. You might have people just going around trying to bomb the electric power stations.
I've played Final Fantasy VII. Blowing up reactors is apparently the cool thing to do.
Can confirm.
If you explain that it really doesn't take many of them to wipe out a big portion of the United States, or this many to take down pretty much all of the United States, I wouldn't do that on TikTok.
Probably not a great idea.
Really young, like anarchist type, and not like Democrat anarchist or whatever, like the stupid politician anarchist, like actual anarchists who are like, oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I remember.
It is a bad idea to go like, if you want to take out the United States, here's the 9 best places to target.
Right. They even one of them showed a map, and I was like, don't show maps. Don't show maps. You can explain the situation. Just don't show them where they are. Because this way they actually have to go look for them at the very least, and anarchists tend to get lazy after a while.
Well, wasn't some reporter in trouble for giving away military strategies on the air? Like Geraldo Rivera, was it?
I don't know. He did a lot of weird shit back in the day.
Like, he was like drawing in the dirt, like detailed plans of what like the military strategy was going to be. And it's like, people in other countries can watch this report, right? They can just find out what the strategy is and deal with it.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in the government. The Supreme Court pissed me off recently too, so fuck them. Everybody gets quiet when I'm like, fuck the Supreme Court. You're like,
I remember the power outage of, I think it was 2002. Ohio took out the eastern seaboard, all the power in the eastern seaboard, Ontario and Quebec. So I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was like people were saying, oh, you got like 2 inches of snow and your power goes out and everyone's dying. And I'm like, okay, first of all, way more than 2 inches of snow. And it's like -2 outside. It wasn't like it was 30 degrees. You know what I mean? I know y'all get way colder. I'm not arguing with that.
Well, if you get 12 inches of snow, that's a rap album by a Canadian artist, Snow.
No, Mr. Yes, I do not have any Easter candy. When the fuck is Easter?
Whenever you want.
Everybody, I'm going to Google that. Everybody keeps talking about Easter.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I think that's next weekend.
Oh, this weekend or next one?
Well, the one coming up. Like, we're on a weekend, so the one after this.
Good Friday 2021. Let's see. April 2nd for
April
my
2nd.
Google results. Yeah.
So
Josie,
this coming weekend.
my dog knocked over my alcoholic coffee.
Darn
So
dog.
I think April 2nd is also daylight savings from like Australia. So
Oh,
we might get a very long Good Friday. 25
That's-
hour long.
that's good. Yeah.
No, it's April 4th is daylight savings, I think.
April 2nd is a Friday. I thought Easter always came on a Sunday.
Good Friday is on the 2nd.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be the
Easter
4th.
Sunday will be the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it is this upcoming weekend. Cool.
It's Palm Sunday, according to
No,
the
Josie.
CS. So if you have a favorite activity that involves using your palm, I guess today is the day.
Oh no.
Not now. Not now.
Hey, as
Oh,
long as
Hands
as
above
long
your desks, ladies and gentlemen.
as long as you're not currently on the stream, I don't care what you're doing with your palms.
oh no. My
I think
my dog knocked over the alcoholic coffee, yes. And I was gonna get up in a minute and clean it.
Oh no.
I don't have to anymore.
Oh no.
My dog just drank alcoholic coffee.
Oof. I don't know if that's bad for dogs or if.
I can't imagine it being very good.
She has
Well, I
done it
mean-
once before. Is she just slept a lot, and hopefully she didn't drink very much.
Because I mean, I know like chocolate is like really bad for them, but I don't know if like alcohol is super poisonous or if it's just the usual intoxicating effect that. I mean, you don't want a drunk dog.
Oh yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I think I'm gonna have to hold this up here. I had it sitting on the floor because, like I said, I'm on an ottoman. But yeah, I'm not putting it down again because I forgot my dog really loves coffee,
Ah,
so she just smokes the coffee, not the booze.
that makes sense. Yeah, it's. I don't know much about dogs because it's been a long time since I had one.
Yeah.
Like, it was single digits, I think, in age last time I had a dog. It's been a long time.
That is a lot. Well, I don't know how old you are, but that
40.
you obviously, huh?
40.
40? Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, a few decades.
You do not sound older than you do.
I don't know. My voice is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I just got used to people thinking I was either female or young.
Yeah, like I would not have expected like you were older than me.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I didn't think Polly or Inquisitor were in their 30s. So
What's that, sorry?
I said I didn't think Polly and Inquisitor were in their 30s.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's not just you.
Yeah, I was born 1980, so
Yeah.
40, and I'll be 41 in November. So,
Yeah.
getting older, getting middle aged.
I'm not far behind you. I'm 83.
Ah, time goes too quickly because I don't feel like it's been 4 decades that I've been alive.
I know, right?
And
like,
like,
no.
it's even things like a game that I really liked as a teenager is like it came out in 1997, and then you stop and think that's what over 25 years. Like that's crazy.
Right? Like the things we grew up on are now vintage.
Yes, they are. Apparently, I'm the same age as Scribe's sister, so good to know.
Get those digits.
I know nothing of Scribe's sister except who her brother is.
Yeah, I've heard one stream with her on it.
No, I must have missed that one.
She seems
But,
nice.
yeah, she only did one string.
Yeah, she only did the one, I think. Other than that, that's all I know about her is that she was on a stream once. I caught part of it.
Hmm.
So the ladies are breaking the rules and sharing their ages in chat. I thought that was supposed to be top secret for the ladies.
It
They
depends
could
on
be
the lady.
lying.
I'm cool with my age. A lot of women are. I'm gonna be 38 in August. I like getting older because I can tell doctors they're fucking stupid.
Yes. I just don't go to the doctor. I find that it avoids the problem nicely.
Well,
I'm
I
a
was
Terry.
when I was born and I was very little, I was in hospitals a lot. And they told my mom I wouldn't make it. Then they told my mom, and I did. To be fair, I was born dead.
Oh God.
Right. And then they said I wouldn't make it to 1, I wouldn't make it to 3, and after 3, my mom just told them they're all fucking stupid, and she was gonna just wait and see.
I mean, I remember when my dad was in hospital with a coma. The number of times they said he's not going to make it, and then he did. So I think they have to prepare you for the worst just in case, and then if something good happens, it's like, oh well, you were expecting them to pass, and then they survived. So it's a pleasant surprise rather than a devastating shock if you were expecting them to make it and they don't.
This is true. This is true. It is annoying that, well, with babies, you don't think they would do that, like give you an estimated time.
I mean, if they think it's a serious chance of death, they probably do want the parents to brace themselves for the worst, just in case. I mean,
Yeah. Well, a little earlier I said my mom was 14 when she had me. This explains her next reasoning skills. So they wouldn't let me when I was born. I threw up a lot. The upper part of my stomach wasn't formed yet.
Ooh.
So pretty much everything that came in went out very quickly. It
Yeah.
hit walls. Like apparently I was a very strong thrower upper.
Put that on the resume in case you need to look for a job later on.
Can hit walls when vomiting. But yeah, apparently it's called projectile vomiting.
Yeah.
But so they wouldn't let me leave the hospital until I ate a certain amount on my own, right? Because I didn't like to eat. I refused to eat. I didn't like it. So my mom, they always gave her a burping rag. And she just dumped the bottle out on the burping rag. And then she's like, no, she totally ate it. It was so good. And then 3 times of that, she got to take me home.
I'm surprised they didn't see her do it. Like,
well, it's back in the 80s.
Well, fair enough.
At a public hospital, I don't think they were watching her too hard.
Oh yeah, public hospitals, they don't give a shit.
Right. So yeah, my mom cheated me out of the hospital. It worked out though. Apparently, I did a lot better away from there. And she's like, and you never really needed to eat that much, so you were fine.
Yeah. Well, clearly, I mean, here you are, 30 plus years later. So
yes, almost 40 years later, still around.
Defying the odds.
I know people always ask, like, when I mention some of my problems, and that we don't ever plan on me living very long. Like, that's just not the plan. If it happens, that's awesome. But like, even when my kids were little, I taught them how to do stuff just in case.
Yeah.
I think I was slightly traumatized as a kid because we went down to the laundromat, me and my mom, when I was like 5, and there was a woman laying on the floor and her son was sitting next to her and he had been there all night long. And of course at 5, I didn't understand what was going on, but she had a brain aneurysm while she was doing laundry.
Ooh.
And he just stayed there. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Nasty.
So, my mom, later after everybody came out that was supposed to, I'm saying, a lot. Sorry.
That's all right.
Everything got handled. She told me what went on. She explained that his mom had died and that's why he was there. And, he was really cold and everything. And I was like, why didn't he go ask for help? And she's like, he didn't know what he was supposed to do. Like, nobody ever taught him. Because he was like, I think he was 3.
Okay.
So yeah, ever since like as soon as I had kids, as soon as they could do stuff, like I was teaching them like how to dial 911. You know, this is how, like you push this button to get a hold of this person. Like because I set it up where we had a phone in the house, and if you push just one, it would call like my neighbor or my friend.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Because
Yeah,
I wasn't anywhere near that sort of organized, but ever since I was old enough to know that my dad was sick, there was a general understanding that he could go at any time.
yeah.
Um, he ended up living a lot longer than anyone ever expected him to. He made it to 60,
No, that's
60,
not bad.
60 or 61. I can't remember. 60, 60 because he died before his birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's not bad. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss, but that's
oh, this
actually
this was
one
this
time.
was a few years ago. This was 2017.
Not still.
Um, but yeah, like he had kidney trouble as a teenager, and
Yeah,
so they were telling him, look, we can give you the transplant, but the average like expectancy of a transplant is 5 years or 10 years or whatever it was. He's like, yeah, well, I'll take it. And so once that sort of ran out, once his body rejected the kidney, he had to go on dialysis for another like 30, 40 years. Um, so yeah, he was like the longest running dialysis patient in the hospital. That's how long he'd
that's
been on there.
amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, like and that's why I never plan that I'm going to die soon, but I also, we have things set up in case I'm not.
Oh
Right?
yeah, I mean
So
you don't expect to die or hope to die. You just it's a possibility that needs to be
yeah,
accounted for.
I accepted at a very young age mortality. So like I know a
Yes.
lot of people, especially around our ages, when you get in your like late 30s, early 40s, people start thinking about it more. I already had that, so I'm good. Like, there's no midlife crisis for me. I went through that when I was like 7. So, like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Everything's fine. And, you get things, you're prepared. And I prepared my kids very early on.
I just a quick apology to Dr. Kia for the timing of my chat because she said she made Scribe laugh, so I said, "Oh, nice." But in the meantime, she mentioned her father's death, so I wasn't saying that was the nice thing. just to be clear, that was bad timing.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she thought, you thought her dad dying was nice.
No, but
We're kind of
I,
switching
I
between
feel
happy
a bit
topics
awkward.
and morbid topics. So.
I felt a bit awkward, so I thought I should apologize.
Yeah, but no, I taught my kids really early. It was a funny joke around our grouping because my best friend, who I call my sister, because we're probably cousins. That's another whole redneck shit going on. Um, her kids could not do anything on their own. Anything. Like they couldn't even open the refrigerator and get juice or anything. I taught my kids what to do, and I always had like food in there they could get, like there's bananas and hot dogs and yogurt, stuff they could eat at a very young age on their own, and I taught them how to do that and everything. So the ongoing joke is she would say, like, if the apocalypse happens and all the adults die, the kids wouldn't be able to survive. I'm like, no, don't worry, my kids will take care of your kids. Like, I know they're not older than your kids, but they'll take care of them. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if they've sort of grown up and sort of learned how to take care of themselves and others, it stands to reason that yeah, they could do that. It's, oh.
Okay, dog update. She is now running around the house with a dinosaur blanket on, and she wants to go outside, but she won't take the blanket off.
Oh, okay.
She got it off of her. Yeah, she just came running through the living room with a dinosaur blanket on.
Wow.
Did you put the blanket on her?
I mean, while she was in bed, I put it on her, but she knows how to take it off.
Yes, apparently. When she's in bed, she wears the dinosaur blanket. We put it on her, but apparently she knows how to take it off, but she just got up and kept it on and, like, ran off. So my dog might be buzzed.
Just might be.
Yeah, possibly.
So, Zalblay, or however you pronounce that, in chat was saying that she's okay with dying. It's not something that she's scared of. I'm not really scared of it either. It's something you kind of just accept. It's going to happen. Like you can avoid it as long as you can, but you will die at some point. So yeah, I'm not scared of it. Um, and I actually found this out because I had an allergic reaction, and I thought I was about to die. I thought I was going to die there and then. Um, and instead of being terrified, it was almost serene. It was like, okay, so this is how it ends. This is how I die. And there was like a very sort of calm acceptance rather than like the panic or terror that a lot of people seem to expect to happen.
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was what happened with me. It's like okay, I wouldn't have picked this as the way I was going to die because I thought I was having an allergic reaction to prawns. It ended up being a reaction to dust, but still an allergic reaction. And I'm like, I'm going to get killed by prawns. There you go. That's not one I would have picked.
On the counter by the dish drainer.
What's that, sorry?
Oh, Angel's like, where's the alcohol? Because I asked her to grab me a beer.
Oh.
I just don't know where they are. I don't want to drink too many of the coffee alcohols because, too much caffeine alcohol is probably not the best idea. I know people do like the Red Bull mixed drinks. I also think they're insane.
I don't mind Red Bull, but energy drinks in general don't have a very good taste. I don't find.
Yes, I know that.
I don't know if it's specifically Babe or just energy drinks.
Sorry, I'm in the living room with my autistic daughter. Yes, and no, all energy drinks, honey, not just Bang. She was explaining the reasoning for not drinking alcohol with energy drinks. So if you could hear her talking in the background, she was just explaining to all the adults that drink why they should not have energy drinks with their alcohol.
It's just energy drinks. There's something odd about the taste of them. I can't really explain it, but I don't think they taste very nice. I mean, if you need the caffeine, then sure, they're effective. It's just that they don't taste very good.
Well, I mean, there's all different kinds of Monster energy drinks now, so you can probably find one.
No, it's not like because I can tell I've had Monster and they are flavored, but there's like an underlying.
Okay, have you done the Monster Water or the Monster Hydro or the Monster Tea or the Monster Coffee?
Probably not. I think I did. I can't even remember, but orange flavored. I think.
I think they have a like muscle milk now.
But I mean, if I need the caffeine, then I don't really care about the taste. I'll just down it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it would not be my beverage of choice because they usually have this odd taste to them.
Yeah, like the Hydro is actually not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like it. It's not even carbonated or anything. They also have tea and lemonade. And
Shio apparently likes the watermelon Red Bull. I don't know that I've tried that.
I don't like Red Bull at all. Yeah, I drink the Ultra Monsters too. That's usually what we have 12 packs of them in our house. We have 12 packs right now.
I don't drink enough of them to know exactly what I've had. I've had like regular Red Bull and I think it was orange flavored Monster. I don't think I've tried too much else. Oh, I've tried V and I didn't like it.
Yeah. I don't like Red Bull. I don't like Bang. There's a lot. Pretty much Monster is the only energy drink I will drink. And there's a few different kinds of it that I will drink. Because like I said, apparently they're taking over the market on everything.
Fair enough.
We have a joke that if it is a beverage, Monster will be making a caffeinated version of it soon.
I mean, why not? If they can take over the market, they'd be fools not to.
All right. Pretty much, they have a monster everything now. We're just waiting to see what all comes out. But I mean, it's not like they don't have the money to invest in it. I'm not for sure on the whole muscle milk thing, or if that was just a joke that I'm mistaken for a memory. But I mean, they have a monster green tea at this point, so come on. Milk is really not that far off, to be honest.
So just to help Johnny out, the green monster, that's Oscar the Grouch, and the blue monster is the Cookie Monster.
Well, which color blue? Because they have the turquoise and then like the blue.
I can't remember what color was it. Harry, the hairy one, is he blue as well?
And also, well, the green monster actually has issues too because there's several different kinds of green monster now.
I think Grover was blue as well, wasn't he?
Yes.
So there's lots of blue monsters for Johnny to dislike. So
okay. I just read chat and I'm like, all right.
The one thing I remember about Grover is the monster at the end of this book, because that was like my favorite book of all time when I was a little kid. And it's basically just Grover reads the title, panics that there's a monster at the end of this book, and begs you not to turn the pages. And then, like, every time you turn the page, he comes up with, like, he builds a brick wall, or he ties the pages down with rope. And, like, obviously, it's just drawings. It doesn't actually stop you turning the pages. And then when you get to the end, he realizes that he is the monster at the end of the book. Like,
I think he forgot he is the monster.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think that was like the first time I ever came across like a plot twist, as tame as like the plot twist is. I mean, as a kid, it was the first time I had that sort of twist. So, yeah, no, I love that book, and apparently Johnny's kid has it. Your kid has good taste.
What's your favorite Sesame Street monster, Terry?
Would you say, sorry?
What is your favorite Sesame Street monster, Terry?
Oscar the Grouch. Always Oscar.
He's fun.
I loved Oscar. He was like the only character that had like a bit of an edge to him, because everyone else was like syrupy, sweet, nice, and like he was like just leave me the fuck alone. without the swearing.
Of course.
But no, he was definitely my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Oscar too.
And how about everyone else?
That candle again?
What about your guys' favorite Sesame Street characters?
Oscar is definitely. I would have said Oscar if you hadn't said that, but I'm gonna have to go with Rover just because you said Oscar.
You can like the same character. We're all adults here.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
It's How about Della? Did you watch Sesame Street much?
I watched it as a kid. My memory is not so great, but I would say probably Oscar for the same reasons as Terry.
That's apparently a stream with excellent taste. How about Pop Tart? What did you like? Did you watch it?
Count. I'm
Yes.
all for the Count.
Yeah, Count
That's
Von Count was another classic. I did enjoy him.
It's for a stupid reason.
It doesn't matter why. You're entitled to like anything you like.
He's a vampire, and I couldn't go out in the sun.
Oh, there you go. That works.
That's not that stupid. I mean,
Everyone's is kind of drawn to characters that they can relate to, and you could relate to that aspect of the character. That's fine.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
always up at night, and he wasn't a morning person, and I was like, I feel that.
And people in chat are bringing up the black Sesame Street characters. I heard about that. I don't know any of the details.
Yeah, well, I know the details, and honestly, we have an autistic one, purple ones, yellow ones, orange ones, an Asian one. I mean, like, why is it a big deal that we now have black ones? Like, some people are really offended by it.
I
I think
think
that's so weird.
I think the idea is not so much that the color is black; it's the black race more than the black color. Like these are African American puppets, not like a monster with black fur. I think that's the
Yeah.
objection.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't bother me. They added an autistic one and a deaf one a few years back. So they have humanoid ones already. It isn't just the monsters. Like if they added the black people to just a cast of monsters, I think people would have a different objection.
The thing that I would point out is they've had black actors on the show since forever.
Yeah, I mean it is a little arbitrary. That is true because usually the humans are human.
Yeah, but like the black actors have been on the show forever. So I mean, if you're cool with black actors, what's wrong with a black puppet?
Muppet, yeah. And
You know what I miss? I miss when TV's way about going over race and such like that was to subtly do it by having characters in a rainbow of colors. And then just leave it as, and then act like that's a normal thing, and no one bats an eyelash.
yeah,
Remember when that was a thing? I miss those days.
like
Can we go back to that?
you just had people in a cast that happened to be things, and it was like,
Yeah, like oh, so and so is blue, and XX is red, and this person's pink, and this one's yellow. Who cares? Everyone's a different color. There's nothing to bat an eyelash at, and no one has to say anything or script anything because it's obvious.
Yeah,
Well,
even like in the Power Rangers, they had like a black guy and an Asian chick and stuff, and it was never brought up of, hey, we have these people. They were just there.
Well, my main thing would be if they're bringing racism into the show, as in teaching kids about racism, they probably don't need to do that on Sesame Street. That seems a bit too young of an audience. So that is another possible angle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people threw a fit when they added the autistic character, and honestly, I watched it just to see like how they handled it.
Yeah.
It's very good. They did a good job at it.
Okay, well, that's good.
And so like after she'd been there for a little while, everybody realized it's not actually that weird or a big of a deal, and they're not like doing an absurd caricature of an autistic person.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the age range of the show is something to bear in mind. Like, how old are you when you're watching Sesame Street? It's got to be like 3 to 5 kind of thing.
I know some like 6 and 7 year olds, but I think that's about as old as it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the question is more, do you want your 7-year-old learning about race relations on a kids show? And the answer is probably going to be no.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't even know that's what they're going to do yet.
No, but I'm just saying, like, thinking through the logical objections to having these Muppets, if they're worried that the show is going to teach, like, race relations and racism and, like, all the leftist talking points, I can understand the objection because I wouldn't want my 7-year-old kid being exposed to that stuff in a kids show.
Yeah, I definitely want to wait and see how they handle it, and then, have objections. Just them announcing that it's happening. I guess wait and see. Like Adela's point of view, it is a little weird, or whoever said it, I'm not sure, but that there's been like actual human actors that were black on the show.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point in the puppets? That I can understand.
Apparently they did a BLM thing with Elmo, so if they did, then yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know. Nobody in my family has been young enough to actually watch Sesame Street in a long time.
Yeah,
And to be fair, Sesame Street has always been a hippie show. Always. It always was. It's run by hippies. Like, it was started by hippies. They
I mean, it
always
makes sense.
Yep.
they've always, since the beginning of the show, talked about those kind of topics in a way kids could emotionally deal with it. So it's always been that way.
Mr. Yes wants to know how long until Sesame Street literally becomes Avenue Q. Well, if they start teaching kids that the internet is for porn, I will advise no kids be allowed to watch it.
Yeah, Elmo's dad does look like Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how long it takes them to get there from Avenue A.
That's a good point. Oh, and Check Your Logic is saying the left used the autistic puppet to justify Black Lives Matter. Elmo. That's a
What?
stretch. I don't see the link between autistic people and BLM, other than some black people are autistic, but that's like a very weird connection for them to make.
A BLM Elmo? Is that some sort of variant of Tickle Me Elmo?
But, it is what it is. It's always been a hippie show. Like, if you don't like that, just don't let the kids watch it.
And she, no, I'm not having kids. I was just saying, like, if I had a 7-year-old, I would not want. Not saying that I'm about to bring a child into the world. That's not a plan of mine. And Check is saying serious issues, though. That's dumb. There's a difference between autism, which some people in the target age range will suffer from, and Black Lives Matter, which really no kids should ever need to be involved with. I don't accept that connection.
But like I said, they've always, like, if you haven't realized they were pushing an agenda before now, you weren't watching the show.
Yeah, I mean, but I suppose there's a difference between like the hippie sort of love everyone message and the current message of, blacks are oppressed, so you have to be giving them special treatment. Like, there's a difference in message, even if there has always been an agenda. I think the agenda is a lot more toxic these days.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still setting up my phone.
and yes, Dr. Kia says burn, loot, murder. That does in fact make BLM. So and Cynic says kneel on me, Elmo. So
yeah, I somehow we got into a political discussion with Sesame Street, like.
Yeah.
My shock.
And as I have brought up, I am not much on the politics, so.
Yeah. We can talk about the incredibly good game that was recently released on Games Planet, Super Seducer 3.
What?
I don't know if I've mentioned it.
Oh God, no! I don't think we've mentioned it, and if we have, we haven't mentioned it enough.
That's a good point. So, yes, Super Seducer 3 got banned off Steam, but Richard, the guy who made it, was able to get a website called Games Planet to release it. So, if you would like to get a copy, I'll find a link and I'll put it in chat.
Okie dokie.
We've got to cover the important stuff, and this is the important stuff.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm still not comprehending the words that are coming out of your mouth whenever you say the name. So I still don't know what we're talking about, but yeah.
No. And Cynic Jack's not here, so I have to post a link instead. Because on the corner, we had that as a running joke where I would make any excuse to bring up the game, and then Jack Gunsky would post the link to
to the
Games
game.
Planet so people could buy it.
Oh yeah.
See, I've already thought of that, and I've reinstalled a bot on my stream so that next time I stream, there's a command that'll bring up the link anytime we want to tell people to boot it.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
Thank you.
And Talik is mentioning sticking to emulated stuff. Yeah, I mean, emulated stuff is good. It's free. That's always a bonus. That's my favorite thing about emulated games.
Right?
Dude, I am very late to the game, so to say, but I really want to buy a Switch now.
Okay, yeah.
Angel got one for an early birthday present. And she was looking up games, and she's like, Mom, they have Pokemon Snap. And I have no Pokemon Snap on my N64. Oh, you got an ad? Okay, she got an ad. But yeah, I want to see how that plays out on a Switch. Because as much as I love my N64, the controller is shit.
Yeah, it's an odd controller. I don't know why they designed it the way they did.
Well, I mean,
It's,
it was the first of its kind. So they were trying.
The Pokemon Snap is fun. I did really enjoy it. So
Ollie's in chat.
I was just gonna say, I see an otter in your water.
Does Polly realize how evil otters are?
Well, since you tell him every time you see him.
probably.
I do.
But also keep otters away from baby seals because, as I found out on one of Johnny's torture streams, otters rape baby seals, and that is
yes.
courtesy
To
of
be
Michelle
fair.
Wolf.
They rape everything.
Oh yes.
So if you want verification, go watch Michelle Wolf's stand-up special. I forget the name of it, but check Johnny's channel.
Human society should emulate otter society.
Not
That's
if human society doesn't want to be stabbed in the throat.
It's
Because trust me, if that scenario is happening, I might go out, but I'm taking as many of you fuckers as I can.
Fair. Absolutely fair. Still
Yeah,
take me.
dolphins also do too.
Yeah, but that's the water. I'm not worried about that.
It's a thing that tends to happen in mammals. It just does. I don't know if birds rape each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every species does.
I would imagine. I mean, I never hear any animal asking for consent before it starts. So
Yeah, very true.
Well, I mean, they do. But
I've never heard it.
if you start doing that, let us know. Because you're either the new Dr. Doolittle or you need some meds.
Probably both.
That's very true.
So we need to figure out, is this a superpower or do you have schizophrenia?
Hey, why not both? Get the little old El Paso girl. Just
I like what you're thinking, Terry.
And, but no, I did like the Switch while I had it. Mine broke because of a power surge, and I just never bothered replacing it. But I found that the Nintendo games, as in like made by Nintendo, were generally pretty good. And then everything else I could just find on Steam. So I didn't get as much use of it as a lot of people. But no, first party Nintendo games I definitely enjoyed.
Cool.
Sorry. I typey.
Typity, type, typity, type.
Well, I gotta go get my nose spray soon. My sinuses are clogged up.
And,
I don't want to be sniffling. I'm already vaping and drinking through the stream. I don't think I should be too.
I disagree. I think you should sniffle through the stream.
Is that a turn on for you?
No, I just think I just think that you should annoy the hell out of everybody.
it's,
Okay, let's start listing off things that are evil.
okay. So,
Go ahead.
And as I'm like, I don't want to sniffle, I'm sniffling. Ah!
I give you permission to sniffle.
You really do have some delusions of grandeur, right? I give you permission to do shit at your job. I give you permission to sniffle. No one's allowed to be annoyed, apparently.
There you go.
Hi, Serena. I'm drunk. Don't ignore me.
Hi, you with the name and the picture beside it.
Yeah, that person there, you. That just
You
got
know
here.
who you are.
And yes, Mr. Yes, drop bears are evil. Corsten, add those to the list.
Drop bears are evil. Okay.
I'm pretty sure on his thing, everybody's evil.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
everyone,
his list is
everything.
what's not evil. It's easy to keep track of.
What's not evil?
What's not evil?
Yes.
Now
I
we're gonna
don't-
hurt his
it's-
brain.
I don't know. I mean, anything that is associated with me to 6 degrees is evil.
That's a lot of things.
Yes. So everybody and everything that I have interacted with, and anyone and anything that's interacted with those things up to 6 times is evil.
There you go. That's a pretty good guide. So if you want to know something's evil, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
It's it's funny with the whole 6 degrees of separation. There's a website, I don't know if it's still around. It's called Oracle of Bacon, which tells you how many degrees of separation any actor in the IMDb is from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. How many degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon are you, Terry Diamantis?
I'm not in. Oh no, I am in IMDb. So it's unfortunate. I think I'm infinity because I'm not connected to Kevin Bacon.
Damn.
But I'll double check if the website's still around. Here it is, Oracle of Bacon. Kevin Bacon to Terry Diamantis. They switched to Wikipedia instead of IMDb, and I'm not in Wikipedia. So I don't get to be part of the Oracle.
Oof.
No, I'm going to have to add you to... We're going to have to get you added to Wikipedia.
Yes, and then we can find a way to link me to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched a movie with Kevin Bacon in it, so I guess that makes me 1 degree of separation.
There you go.
Have you interacted with someone who interacted with someone who interacted with William Shatner?
Actually, I live in Stratford. William Shatner has performed plays at our local theater here in Stratford, and he has acted in movies that were shot here in Stratford. So probably you could probably connect me to William Shatner
Nice.
somehow. It might take the 6 degrees, but he has been in the city that I live in, and it's a small city, so
Well, that as long as I think as long as you can make the connection, it's okay if you go a little bit over 6.
yeah.
But it's actually very, very hard to get more than 6 degrees of separation, like with any two people. It's like as long as you know all the connections, you can almost always find some path from one person to another in less than 6 steps.
Yes.
Is if you go to Oracle of Bacon and like you put the most obscure actor you can think of, if they're in the IMDb or Wikipedia, I guess, I've never gotten a number higher than 4. No matter how obscure I think the actor is, 4 is the maximum distance from Kevin Bacon. And hey, Chaos.
What up,
Hey,
host?
beautiful. Sorry if you were there a minute. I had to walk away.
It's okay. I understand that Dela can make people walk away from the keyboard once in a while.
How you doing, sugar?
I'm good.
You know what? That is totally accurate.
Love you, Dila.
Someone ought to. How you doing, Eve?
I'm good. Just got done streaming over on my Twitch channel, so.
Yeah, I know. When she wrote me back, I was like, "Are you streamed out or?"
I figured I'd pop on for a few minutes. I got about 30 more minutes to go.
Yeah,
At
I don't
least.
plan on staying real late, but
I gotcha.
hey, but anybody can. If we do stay on longer, anybody can drop out whenever they want.
So I finally figured out how to make this virtual camera on my computer work, so I can do this.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Or just put my face up here. So, it's the virtual camera through OBS anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out it was easier than I thought. I just had to actually click the buttons. So,
Clicking buttons usually helps.
Yeah.
So how are you guys? Most of you I haven't talked to in like ages.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
I had a stressful day, but I'm doing better now. There's beer,
Beer makes everything better.
and
haven't started streaming.
yeah, for normal day, like I don't know. It's like it was going outside and shopping at different stores, and then I got here and my internet cord is broken. I'm set up in my living room, so like there was like a good 5 hours out of my day that was stressful. The rest of it been great.
That's good.
And Polly was in chat, just so you know. He hasn't been writing, so I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he was there.
Puppies
Yeah,
are being requested, and I'm providing. So
He should come on stream so that I can harass him.
yeah,
The correct answer to how are you is, of course, better now that Super Seducer 3 is available on Games Planet.
Her face.
they made a third one.
Oh,
Yes, they
God,
did.
yes.
Oh my
It
god!
actually it got banned off Steam. They refused to host it, so he had to go to Games Planet to get like an online store to sell it through.
Yeah.
And I encourage everyone to go to that link and buy it.
Exactly.
Yes. You should always listen to Terry, except for when he's talking about emus. Otherwise, believe every word he says.
Yeah,
It's,
or whenever he's talking about how much he loves to go outside. That's actually a cry for help, and you should be worried.
Well, that's when you listen to him the most because it's a cry for help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At that point, you go, "Oh shit! Call the police because Terry's being held at gunpoint."
Who are you and what have you done with Terry?
I actually do have to go outside tomorrow because I got an appointment with my financial advisor. So I'm breaking the rules. I'm actually going outside tomorrow.
That reminds me, I need to call mine.
Well, mine just called out of the blue and said, "It's been 6 months since your last meeting. We need to set up an appointment." Oh, okay.
If he tells you to give all of your money to me, remember, I only expect 99% of all your assets. So
That's very generous of you.
So if he tells you to give me all of your money, don't listen to him.
I'll bear that in mind.
Just 99%.
Like I said, you're a very generous man, Costin.
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
I don't want to tax my subjects too much.
Speaking of going outside and doing things you're uncomfortable with, tomorrow I have to try to call and find a dentist that's on my dental plan.
Fun.
I have not been to a dentist since I was 15.
I can't remember the last time I went to the dentist.
I am nervous and I do not want to do it, and I keep putting it off.
I can't go to the dentist. I'm unemployed now, but hey. It really sucks because the following week, the week I got fired, the following week I was supposed to have an appointment to get 5 cavities taken care of. So
either way, I would have used my income tax to go
that's
do
what
it.
it is.
My teeth are really fucked up, but I do happen to have a dental insurance at the moment, which I don't know how to use. I'm figuring
Look,
that out.
why do now what you can do when your teeth break?
Yeah.
That was apparently my motto. I waited till I have 6 of the broken fuckers, and then I'm like, okay, I should probably go. The pain's getting so bad, my heart's fucking up. Yeah.
It's probably a good idea to get that taken care of.
Yeah. I put it off about as long as I think I can.
Fair enough.
And luckily, I've always been lucky enough where my front teeth don't have any real problems. It's just the back ones nobody can see. So I can pull off my teeth are healthy. You just don't look at me when my mouth is open, please.
If you ever notice all of my photos, I smile with a little smirk.
Yeah.
I don't like showing my teeth.
I get that.
I
Couple of
don't
exceptions.
either, but for a different reason in the front. I have the fangs, And, with the added not being able to go out in the sun and everything, people tend to think like I'm putting on a vampire show. Like I have an ego of a vampire. No, I'm really not. I actually used to get so pissed off when people would say I was a vampire.
Yeah.
I don't anymore. I roll with it now. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
No, all I remember is that I bit into something and my tooth broke. So I was like, okay, this is dentist time. Yeah, I went to the dentist and they gave me a filling. Like, okay, see you in 20 years.
I only do this once in a while, okay?
Yeah,
Probably be a new dentist at that point.
probably. It's the same with my glasses. When I went to get new glasses, it's like, when's the last time you had the prescription changed? And go, 20 years?
I don't know, some time ago.
And then it's like, okay, we'll probably have to test your eyes then.
Yeah. What you got there?
A friend.
I know.
Not as
I want
cute as
to
the
show.
dog is.
I want to show my new Squishmallows on stream, but my camera's like all laggy. But yeah, for
You
Valentine's,
need to make sure you tell Tally because she loves Squishmallows.
I have a giant one. I have a giant, and so does Angel, because both of our men bought us giant Squishmallows for Valentine's Day. But Chris also, her boyfriend got the Last Dragon one that Chris was going to get me. So Chris yelled at him. He yelled at Angel for getting the Last Dragon one. So I have a unicorn kitten. It's huge, but since he wanted to still get me the dragon, he got me 2 little dragon ones. So I got multiple Squishmallows for Valentine's.
This was given to me just a few days ago by my lovely girlfriend,
Nice.
who happens to be asleep over here on my bed, but yeah, she came to visit for the weekend.
I did not know you had a significant other. Yeah.
Well, we just kind of let people know it happened about a week ago, so yeah, just kind of happened. You guys might even recognize her name. I won't show her face because she's kind of iffy about showing faces on stream and stuff. But hi, Jack.
So you're saying on Valentine's Day I could give Tally Squishmallows?
Squishmallows.
I'm saying that that didn't go so well for me last year when I tried it. So
Okay.
maybe you'll have more luck.
How not?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. One, they're Squishmallows. 2, we probably should not send gifts to people we're not actively in a relationship with. That's weird and creepy.
Yeah.
But who says you have to be in a relationship?
But
It helps.
It helps.
There's P.O. Box.
Boundaries.
All right.
Boundaries.
Just-
Women have boundaries.
I'm gonna tell you, Check, that that's probably a bad idea.
P.O. Box?
No, sending
Women
women
have
gifts without asking.
Yeah.
I'm
Some
gonna.
women don't even like to get gifts at all because it feels like, how do I explain it?
I'm gonna suggest you
Oh, I
take
said I told you, no, I'm
15%
gonna-
off their check.
What'd I do, Polly? What'd I do?
Polly's on chat.
Polly
Yeah,
says, he
Polly's
said,
in chat.
he said, I told Eve, now I'm gonna have to beat a bitch. Who you gonna have to beat?
What's happening? Why are you beating people?
Ruh-roh.
But like I
think,
said, I can't show you her face because she doesn't like to have her face on streams. However, I will tell you who she is, and like you've probably seen her in the chat quite a few times over the past few years. Not DBTK has a little purple avatar with an apple on it.
I think I remember.
I don't know him.
She's been around us, kind of lurking in the background for quite some time.
No, we know why.
Check.
Huh?
What you're doing to your keyboard right now is like abusive, and we can't allow that on stream. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
If you're going to do the typey mute.
Again, 15% off.
15% off. We really need to get Check some like filters for his mic because Jesus,
Or
it
better
picks up
mic.
everything in his room.
Yeah, I
Love
thought
you,
mine.
sweetie.
I do need a better mic.
You do.
I just use a gaming headset. I don't have an actual microphone.
See, I have a gaming headset too, though.
So do I.
Like, you need a better one.
Oh,
But like I have a fan on right now, and you probably can't hear much of anything. It was just a joke from the voice chat combo. He was evidently forgotten. Oh, okay, that particular conversation. Yes.
Keith, it's okay that he's messaging people. You just don't want it to play out on the stream.
Yeah. She hasn't broken my heart yet. So. I
I'm a
don't
bit
think
worried about the yet. You're expecting it, or
Well, it happens.
not.
Dude, even if you're
It
staying in a
happens.
relationship,
It does happen, and eventually you step on each other's toes, or you get into a fight or something like that. It's just realistic to expect those things to happen eventually.
hold on one second. Chat, please don't ask Polly to jump on. He's not feeling good, and I already have 6 people. He's just going to hang out and chat tonight, and that's okay.
Oh, sorry about that, Poppy.
I
didn't
can always get
realize
off.
that.
Oh,
No,
my
he's not
you know
feeling
you
good
can
today.
check. That's the problem. It's very creepy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, he's not feeling
Wait.
good today. That's the first part.
Hmm.
He's
It's
not
a-
up to
No,
it.
I remember the conversation now, Polly, because Polly said he was going to have to beat a bitch because I'm dating someone now. And he said, now someone's horning in on my woman. And I was like,
It's no. If you don't want your heart broken, just play "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" by Elton John. They'll get the message. They'll be like, okay, this is something that they don't want to happen.
right. But no, like I said, it's reasonable to expect that something's going to happen eventually. That'll, somebody will say or do something stupid. It's not about when or whether a fight happens or whether somebody gets their feelings hurt in a relationship. It's what you do about it,
Yes.
how you work through it,
Yes.
and that's what's important.
And apparently, you beat a bitch. Okay, so now
Yeah,
But
Polly's gonna beat a bitch because he's
Yeah.
jealous and because he just didn't move fast enough. I'm sorry, Polly. You just
It's not like you didn't have the opportunity. I've been there.
This
There
is
was
why
so
you
much-
strike when the iron's hot.
There was so much flirting going on from her side. Like, it should have been evident.
But you'll probably see her in chats and stuff around. You'll see her in Discord. You'll definitely see her in my Discord a lot.
I don't use Discord if I don't have to, so I probably won't.
This is why we don't talk often enough, Terry.
Yeah,
Discord
she's
is horrible.
always in her Discord. You're just not.
Discord is horrible. I don't like it.
Discord is literally the best chat program I've ever used.
Well, Terry doesn't like.
You just don't like it because it's people.
No, because I enjoy Twitter. Twitter is people.
Twitter's barely people. Okay,
Yeah, barely.
it's the worst part of people.
And that's
And
the
they
best
do
part.
animal-
Twitter is you pointing and laughing at people.
Yes. The best part of Twitter is that it is the worst part of people. That's what I like about it.
And to answer Polydub's question of what's a squishmallow, is a, how do I explain it? It's a stuffed animal, but it has no arms and legs, and it's very squishy. And they come in different shapes, sizes, different kinds. Like, I was gonna get a dragon, but now I have a unicorn kitten. And they come in different sizes. So there's little tiny ones. Well, I don't. My camera. Okay, let's see. I gotta see if my camera works for a second because Angel brought one of hers in.
Apparently, Mr. Yes doesn't have Twitter anymore.
Move it up
I mean-
closer. This is a
There you go.
squishmallow.
They're big and they're like, I've gotten to hold one
Squishy.
before, and they're just like they're puffs of air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
very, very
soft.
squishy.
Oh yeah.
This one.
There you go.
My main issue with Discord is that it doesn't properly thread conversations. Like if someone says hi and then 6 hours of miscellaneous conversation happens, I don't really have a way of making it clear that when I say hi back, I'm referring to the person from 6
Yeah,
hours
you
ago.
do. You do now. It's the reply function. You right click and hit reply, and it adds them as well as marks the message that you replied to, so that if they're like, okay, where was this? All they have to do is click it, and it fast tracks back to where that message you replied to.
Yeah, they did
That-
updates since the last time you've been on there.
Discord
No,
has
that's-
so many things.
That is an improvement. But is there a way to like see the entire chain of replies? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're hitting reply each time, yeah, you just click, 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 and you can go back up each one.
Also,
But
you can type in like a person's name and you can see whatever they've written throughout the whole time.
okay, it sounds like they've improved it a bit since
Which
last time I
platform?
used it.
Discord.
Discord.
Oh.
I still don't like it, but it sounds like they've at least improved it.
Yes. So it is getting better. I'm not saying like it's a super great. Their stuff that still pisses me off, but it's definitely better. Words is definitely better than it was like 2-3 years ago.
Fair enough. I hear Microsoft is going to buy it. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but
It's a bad thing. It doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Microsoft is just buying everything.
Yeah. And there's nothing confirmed yet, but
They're in
Fingers-
talks.
yeah. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen.
Prospero, we had Prospero on S&M yesterday with me and Tally, and one of the things that she mentioned is that another good option for Discord is to go public with their stocks rather than selling out to Microsoft. I think that would be a better idea, personally.
okay.
But that if they do that, I'm definitely calling my financial advisor and saying, put money in Discord. Like seriously, put money in that. Give me a chunk of that pie, because
Fair enough.
that bitch is growing.
But I remember I read a joke, and I'm hoping it was a joke, in like the newspaper on the way home from work, and there's like, I forget what the exact products were. It was like Microsoft, Facebook bought Instagram for $3 billion or something, and he goes, "How stupid is that? I got mine for free." So I'm hoping that was intended as a joke and not someone actually not understanding the difference. But I gave me a bit of a giggle.
That sounds
when
like
I
a
read that.
you level joke. That sounds like a joke you'd make, Terry.
I wish I thought of it. It's, I would take credit for it if it was my joke.
That's funny.
But yes, this year has actually been really fantastic for me. I lost my job, but that job was really fucking toxic to me. And I've realized just how much I can pretty much, if I wanted to, make that money anywhere else and still be able to make ends meet. Because I wasn't making that. I was making $14-ish an hour, $14.30 something an hour. And it wasn't worth the stress and the pain in the ass that place was. So that stress is gone.
That's great.
And I finally got the kick in the pants to actually do some things to make some changes in my life. I'm actually going to try to go back to school here soon.
Oh, nice.
And get a degree in something. And
What kind of job will you be able to get if you get a degree in something?
it really depends on what I get it in. some conversation I had with Jack Gunsky, with Snowpilot from my Discord and stuff like that. They've suggested actually getting something a CAD program training, which is basically like an engineering 3D modeling program type of thing.
Well, if Jack Gunsky recommended it, just ignore it.
Typically, yes, but this was something he was one of the first people that actually was like, okay, when people always ask, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I have no fucking clue. He actually started asking me a series of like questions that actually got me thinking and was like, okay, no, I'm actually following this train of thought.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, what do you have a passion for? I'm like, about a million things. You're going to have to help me narrow it down if you want to, really get a good answer. But
Jack seems like a smart guy.
and there's Snow. He's in chat. Hi, Snow. But Jack can be a pretty smart guy. He and I have had our differences and argued about things, but he can actually he's actually a good friend and a pretty intelligent guy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I like Jack, or I wouldn't be giving him shit.
Right. But him and Snow are both engineers, and they were both saying like CAD program. Given that you have inclinations towards engineering type stuff, but you don't necessarily want to go all the way with engineering, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll take a look at this and see what I can get in that area. And because Tennessee has this program called the Tennessee Reconnect, anybody over 25 who's never been to school basically can get an associate's degree or a tech school degree for free. I'll just have to jump through the right hoops to make it happen. So
Good work.
that's definitely one of the things I'm looking at. So I'm sorry, did I wake you, sweetie?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
Sorry.
think I woke her up by talking. No, it's not your fault. It's mine. I'll go snuggle her in a bit just to make it up. But Assassin's saying AutoCAD, SolidWorks, and Rhino are the leading design software. So yeah, I would take your word for it because I really don't know at the moment. That's why the largest engineering companies use CATIA or Pro E. Okay. I don't know what any of those are.
Just let them fight it out in chat.
I'll let them fight it out in chat. Yep, trade school is always a good idea. You can get training in a lot of fields that have good jobs wanting people to do them. Right. And then with the CAD training, it's basically like, it's not like a full-fledged engineer from what I understand, but it's in the same vein. And like, I wouldn't be getting paid as much as like, Snow or Jack is and like having full on like higher up degrees, but I could still make a pretty decent chunk of change. It's something that would challenge my skill set and wouldn't be nearly as stressful as that shit that I was dealing with, with all the internal bullshit and trying to clean up everybody else's messes and saying, hey, here's all the problems I need fixed. Can we fix these? Can we, can you talk to your employees and tell them to stop fucking up? No.
Whenever I hear CAD, I just think of like the kind of scummy guy, like the CAD and Bounder sort of hitting on women and sort of mistreating them, sort of thing. The old timey term.
Mara's just quiet.
But yeah, so I'm looking at that. I'm probably going to have to dip into my retirement savings, but I've got plenty of money saved up, so paying my bills won't be an issue for a little while at least. And then, the stimulus check came through. That was very handy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to land on my feet with this and, that plus, new girlfriend.
Cool.
Start a GoFundMe.
It's been lining up for me lately, and I'm just like, I'm not mad about it. So, in ways that I didn't expect, life's funny like that.
Yeah. That's a good thing, and things are going well. And sometimes, like you said, bad things can turn out to be a good thing. Like, you lost your job, that sucks, but
that stress is no longer there.
Yeah.
Like, I literally realized 2 nights after I lost my job that one of my biggest anxieties was the reasons why I stayed up late every night was because I would look at the clock and go, I should go to bed soon. But I don't want to because the second I go to bed means that I have to get up and go into that place in the morning, and I don't want to. So if I can delay this just a little longer, I can, But I looked at the clock 2 days after I got fired, and I looked at it and I went, huh, I don't have that anxiety anymore because I know I don't have to go in. I don't have to deal with that place anymore. That bullshit is gone. It's off my plate. And yeah, while there's the definite concern of like, how are you going to make money? It's like, if I need money, I can just walk down the street here to a couple of restaurants and start waiting tables,
Yeah.
Streamlabs.
Yeah, I've had people give me donations and stuff that are been amazingly generous, when they found out about what's going on. But it's not anything that I can't figure out how to work around. Like I said, I can go get a part-time job, working in a retail store or something like that to make ends meet for now, if I need to. And like I said, I have money stashed away in savings for that. So it's not a concern right now as much as it is just a, hey, you should probably get on this and figure out what you want to do, But I feel like I've taken over the entire conversation. I'm sorry.
No, please. I
Don't
like
worry. Yeah, don't worry, Eve, about taking over the conversation. Besides, I would never fire you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Kyler
Wait,
makes
wait,
it
I would
for
have
the first.
spoken more. I just felt discouraged from earlier.
Say again.
I would have spoken more. I just felt discouraged from earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. We weren't trying to like discourage you, but you were like, just
No, it
go a
wasn't
little easier
typing.
on him. The keys.
It wasn't typing.
Is
Oh.
that we told him he was creepy.
That's what. Yeah, it was
Oh.
when I
Well, don't be
tried.
creepy, and we
Because
won't tell you to be
I
creepy.
don't know how
Don't,
to.
honey. Unless
Wait.
you've asked a girl to be your Valentine,
No, wait.
and she said yes, don't send girls Valentine's gifts. It'll only end up with, at the very least, it'll only end up with you hurt, your feelings hurt, and I don't want to see you hurt like that.
Well, I mean, I know
Or
you're
with a
trying to
girl
help me,
never.
but at the same time,
True.
sometimes it's just easier to make things sound like jokes in text because of emojis and emoticons.
I gotcha.
All right. If you are going to do this, at least film your reaction. If you're going to get hurt, at least put it on YouTube.
On the upside, it'll be a viral sensation, and you'll
Yeah,
get
exactly.
millions of views.
I mean, think of the subs.
Kyler was
Gotta
saying
give
that.
Terry's credit for his wittiness.
What did you say, Kyler? You said something up there. He said, first step in improving your workplace is convincing your bosses to stop hiring stupid people. Yeah, that was our problem. Our place wasn't paying well enough, so they couldn't get any like legitimately good people to come in there. They had given Nightside a $3 raise, like a cost of living. They really ran the numbers and said, okay, we need to pay these people more. And that was only because when the Nightside supervisors had threatened to quit. He turned in his 2 weeks. He says, if y'all can't pay these people enough for me to get good people in here, I'm not dealing with the bullshit y'all do give me. So he turned in his 2 weeks and I'm like, wait, please don't go. We'll pay them more. So they paid Nightside. But because my position was considered office staff, it was 8 months later and they still hadn't figured out how much they were going to give me as a raise. And I'm sitting here going, because y'all don't give a shit. Y'all don't care. Then come to find out from my friend after I left, apparently my supervisor had been telling me to my face that I was doing everything right, that she didn't have any problems with my work, and had been telling her bosses that she wanted me gone.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
so she was a two-faced fucking liar, and I hope she burns in hell. There aren't many people that I would say that to, but when you're two-faced like that, and you say one thing to my face, and you do another behind my back, fuck you, you're gone. I hate that. I'm just going to try to click over here and read the chat because I can't see it.
I think they're mostly just fighting over CAD programs.
No, people were like adding me in the chat and saying my name. So, Kyler's saying trade school is good. You get to train in a lot of fields. Dr. Kiev says I do that in chat sometimes. Do what? Chat with Check Your Logic and Polydub?
Is Polly still in chat?
Polly is asking if you use a third-party uninstaller program to uninstall that uninstaller program, does your computer collapse in on itself and form a black hole? I would think so. That would make sense to me.
That was a lot of uninstalling.
And Keith is talking about monopolizing the chat conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't really monopolize chat
Oh,
because
yeah.
anyone can talk whenever they want. Like they can put whatever they want in chat.
Yeah.
If anyone,
They
I would
just
have thought.
don't
If anyone,
just know
I
my-
would have thought. Just, I'll let you guys speak.
No, I was just saying, I know my personality can be kind of overwhelming at times, and people just kind of go, get out of the way to let Eve talk. And it's just like, but my mouth will keep going if you let me, so.
I know, I'll talk when I want to, you know me.
Yeah, I know you. You're not the one I'm worried about.
I will
And-
blurt over everybody because I have no filter.
I would have thought Mr. Monopoly would have monopolized the conversation in chat.
Ah,
But he's not there
Yuck.
anymore. He had an identity change.
Oh,
Again. Multiple times. We're on the, I think, 7th iteration of one person.
Hardy, har.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I'm getting tired.
Have a good night,
Okay.
Costin.
All right, good night.
see you later, Clifton.
Snowplow is,
Snow Pilot.
yeah,
And with that, I do need to bail. Eve, love you. Make sure you get some good sleep and see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably going to crash here soon because
Yeah, honestly, I'm probably going to be ending the stream soon. My knees hurt.
Kayla's got to be, she's got to leave out at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in order to make it home in time to be at work. So,
Maybe I could talk to Polly in Discord. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and like ditch the whole stream.
oh,
So,
ditching
Is that
streams
okay?
now. Snow plow. I as the insulted. Snow pilot.
just so you know, I'll probably still call you Snowplow. I'm sorry. I don't
It's
mean
a-
it as an insult. I'm
It's
retarded.
okay. She's always called Polly Ploy. So
Ploy. That's Ploy.
Ploy dub.
Ploy dub.
Wait, where did Ploy come from?
Just mispronouncing his name.
No, it's back in the day in chat. In Discord, like when we were writing. He was in voice chat, I was writing. And for some reason, every time I typed, it came out Ploy instead of Polly. And he got like very indignant about it. It was like yelling, which of course is the best way to get me to do something forever. So for a while there, every time I was annoyed with him, I said Ploy. And I even have a meme that Reject made, which I threw up a picture and I'm like, Polly, every time I call you Ploy, this is the face I'm making at you. So she took that and made a meme out of it. Yeah, basically. My hair is all fucked up and I'm just like looking in the camera like,
Ploy.
I had
and
a
so she
feeling
made
it
the
was.
meme where it was like, it just said Ploy across the top of my picture. And every time he was annoyed, yeah, I would just stick it up. And
I had a
then it
feeling
just
it started
got stuck as
because of
far
a
as start
typo.
calling him Ploy. Huh?
I had a feeling it started because of a typo.
Yeah, well, it was like a repeated typo that would not stop.
Like
So,
monkey and money.
Yeah, and I just repeatedly the same day kept calling him Ploy, and then Far started calling him Ploy too, and then he got a son apparently because she started the Ploy Junior videos. So
Yeah.
we have a long lore behind the Ploy.
Mhm.
And I still call him Ploy to this day. It's not when he's annoying me, though. It's just whenever I feel like it. He doesn't actually piss me off that much anymore.
Yeah, he's
I don't
kind of
know.
losing his touch. He needs to step up his game. He picks on me and Zelthor and Far way too much. He needs to step up his game and pick on you some too.
Yeah, I don't know if he just got better, if we talk less, or if I just got used to it. But he just pisses me off less nowadays.
You have to get lessons from Coach Redpill.
Oh God.
if you want to upset Polly, just saying.
Coach Red
You
Pill
tried to
upsets
pick on me.
me. So
Apparently, he says I try. Damn it! I think he's saying he tries to pick on me. Work. I am a hard person to pick on. To be fair, like I've kind of I hit that point in my life where I'm like I don't care. So like I said, like back in the day, being called a vampire used to really upset me. Now I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Get near
Meanwhile,
me
I
and I'll
take meanwhile I take a lot of things personally sometimes.
No, that's because you're 16. It's hard. You know, you got the hormones and the puberty. It's everybody's sensitive at that time.
Terry,
What I
that
do?
response you had there, that's what I was playing tonight.
Ah.
I was playing Secret of Monkey Island on Twitch tonight. It's funny you make that reference.
Well, Mr. Yes said you fight like a dairy farmer. There is only one correct response to that.
Yeah, well, you fight like a cow.
It's yeah, no, I don't know what it is about cows. I think they're just they must be inherently funny because Earthworm Jim had a cow joke as well. It's just cows are funny, I guess.
And he said, "You're rubber, I am glue." Well, that's not how that works.
Well, I think that just means he lost the sword fight.
Yeah, he did lose. Not only did he answer the wrong one, but he definitely got the quote wrong. So
Well, maybe he meant that on purpose. He's saying you're tough and he's extremely sensitive.
No, in Monkey Island, if you don't have the correct counter to the insult, you can just say you're rubber and I'm glue, and you'll automatically lose.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, Monkey Island is a great series. I really enjoyed it.
it is indeed. And as I said, we're playing through the first one on stream, and when I got to the insult sword fighting, they were just going, "What the fuck is this game?"
The best thing ever.
Right?
It isn't super seducer.
It has its slow moments, but then there are other moments where it's just like, you know.
I actually really like the third one. Out of all of them, third one's my favorite.
Cool beans. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and close out because Chris is already asleep, and yeah, it was funny because I'm like, hey, at least you can sleep while I'm streaming. He's like, I didn't want to sleep. I want to watch anime. I'm not going to sleep. I walked in there to get my nose sprayed. He's snoring so fucking loud, like he is out. He's gone. So he may not have wanted to sleep, but he did it successfully. All right. Well, thank you, chat, for coming out and joining us. Thank you, everybody, for coming on, especially Eve. We never get to see this beautiful woman anymore. She's always so busy with her own channels.
I do love you guys. I try to come by whenever I can because it's usually I'm like either already streaming or busy with something
streaming.
else. Yeah, I just got done streaming, so
have a real life, you know.
Yeah, especially now I have a girlfriend. She's going to monopolize all my free time.
Yes, I know. And that's okay. Just know we love you and you're always welcome.
I'll stop by as often as I can, though.
All right. Well, thank you all. And it was a decent stream. So everybody have a good night. Bye.
Bye, everyone.